Like, there's some things I can do now that I know of. Let's see. Let's meet. This is the guy with.
You again. Any
Is
updates
it
on the
Brian? They
knife?
haven't finished constructing it, and they won't be.
But
Uh,
how can that be? A gentleman from the Carabineros
my
said it would
cat's
be
like
in
knocking over
service
more
any day
stuff
now.
again. Or cats knocking over more stuff. Just scratched his belly because he's presented it to me. He's Garth's basically giving me his belly, and yeah, he's not fighting me on it. He's just giving me his belly. And now he's grabbing my arm and biting it. Oh. Such a cutie, aren't you, Garth? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Garfield. Oh. I remember, like, when I was, like, younger. When I was younger, I hated cats because I had a friend who had, like, a cat that would, like, scratch you the moment you got near to it. So I used to, like, always hate the idea of cats and used to only love dogs. And then it's just like, then I got, like, bit by a dog one time, and then I was like, I don't like dogs either, they're scary. And then, like, now I have a cat and, cats and dogs. Uh, Yeah, like, I got one over when my sister bought a kitten, and it made me like fall in love with cats. And then before then, I loved dogs. Cause, a friend of mine had a dog, like it was an old dog that was really nice.
A handsome foreigner. The
Mickey,
Carabineros
I
were
go.
playing a trick on him.
Do that.
You'd think with all
Mickey,
the empire
certainly
money
do
this
my
place has gotten, they'd have fixed their aerotrams.
I think we're trying to make a fool of you. Sorry about your situation.
I can't believe this. Where I'm from, the gendarmerie are upright and civic-oriented. What am I supposed to do now?
Here is a portfolio. Hey, what are you doing here in? Oh, anyway, is there no other way back home for you?
There used to be a more direct route via Havergelie, but the border has been closed since it was re-annexed by La Luz.
Question is just where do you go then?
It's not so easy to get around as it used to be, you know. I was simply passing through on my way back home to Sundark. I had been working in Copablanco, but the work dried up.
His eyes dart ever so slightly.
That was more than a week ago, and, well, here I am.
Despite his predicament, he's kept up with hygiene. His beard is shaved, his nails well manicured.
What line of work are you
I'm a
in?
political economist by training.
It must be said, this is the most handsome political economist you've ever encountered.
You, so you know, what are you doing here?
Well, not in so many words.
Why not? So, what are you doing here?
How to put this? You're surely familiar with the concept. A somewhat rich, older lady wants a nice exotic husband without the lifelong commitment, yes?
I think I see.
Meanwhile, a clean, well well-behaved man from the periphery wants to see the world but lacks the necessary capital. The woman pays for his relocation and gains a valuable commodity. A high-quality Sunnis husband.
No twitch, no hesitation. He's reclined into that reality long ago. If a woman of means wants him over other options, that makes him a luxury. He likes that.
You're a mail order groom. The fancier way of saying something else. What about make them so desirable? Say no more. I've heard enough.
Where else can one find men so clean, attentive, strong, and conversant in political economy?
Traces of a born romantic linger in the man's voice. This was a doomed endeavor from the very beginning.
In other circumstances, I believe it could have worked out brilliantly, but alas, in my case, endogenous factors conspired to thwart my domestic bliss.
I don't know what that word means. Wait. I'm sure you'd have made a fine husband. They sound only dishumanizing. I like it's your business.
I only wish the authorities took the same view.
Oh, thank you, Cheddar, for claiming your coin. Hope you're doing okay. Right now, we're just talking to a man who, I guess, lost work somewhere and came to be a mail order groom.
A man by mail, a direct order dick. There are many names for it, some more vulgar than others.
Things that see.
I offer companionship and a fair trade. If you consider it as a set of transactions, love's really no more than an economic problem.
It's not love, only the bourgeois matriarch's malady. Surplus capital, yet a lack of pump action from the masses.
So you're trying to return to. Did your marriage not work out? I'll dig a little bit
tell you,
deeper.
madame, it was the lapdogs. Oh,
Thank you, Jenna. Have a nice look. Yes, I hope you can chill pretty nicely. Damn, it was the lap dogs, all 6 of them. What's wrong with dogs? People like dogs. About them. The thing is, I don't understand people who say this. Personally. For example, there was like an advert before by the BBC that was trying to like say about how people shouldn't be allowed to take their dogs into stores and something like that. And I'm like there going like, if someone has an issue with a dog, that's their personal issue. That shouldn't be then mean all dog owners aren't allowed to take their dogs out, or in case they bump into someone who might be
Not these dogs. Trust me.
ends up like she's just getting people to feed them to the dogs, or like
My betrothed. She wanted them to watch our lovemaking, my cleaning and housework, my lectures on recent advances in microfinance. Wherever I turned, there was a creature the size of a throw pillow, its black, wet eyes staring at me.
I don't have an issue with dogs at all. I love them. Like when I don't know the dog, I might be a bit more dubious, or if I don't, like if I can't see the owner or speak to the owner, I might be a bit more dubious. But like if I'm able to speak to the owner and be like, "Hey, yeah, is it okay to like pet your dog?" or something like that, it's normally like perfectly fine. One thing I'm not a big fan of is like, for example, when I take Elena out for walks, right? There's like a lot of people in my area that like go into the woods and then just take their dogs off the leash, and then I'll have like people's dogs that's just kind of like trying to hump my dog, and I'm like they're going like nope, and keep like pulling them and close to me, so then I won't have to worry about puppies personally. Uh, the thing is, I can't deal right now with having more animals. I already have quite a lot. Rapid decided to run across my keyboard. I'm surprised nothing happened.
At one moment, I wondered whether I was there for her pleasure or theirs. That's when I realized I need to escape Copa Blanco as soon as possible.
Right, when it comes to this, like, I feel like, where will you go?
Back to Zunzak, very far from here. Maybe I'll go to work for my brother, or maybe I'll sign up for a term on the lunar mines. Really, I just want to escape the developed world.
I got my cat sort of like going around me like crazy. Right time.
You know very little about the lunar cadmium mines, and would prefer to keep it that way.
Hmm.
It is a privilege to raise class consciousness among our lunar comrades.
I've
A
already
man
like
turns
spent
back
all
to his
my things for him.
suitcases. You keep walking.
Like, tell me there's like things I can do around here. Hmm. Like, I wonder how much like fatigue actually affects us, or like is it not until it hits the cut off part? Hmm. You go. Well, now I got Garfield trying to cut my lap. Hmm. Impulses. Yeah.
Vending machines are basically a 10,000-year-old grift. You ever think about that?
No, but still me intrigued.
Picture this, right? There's this hairy guy, the Paleolithic hustler. He's stuffing berries in a tree hole. And then he gets an idea.
An idea is.
This prick finds a big, heavy stone and drops it over the hole. You want berries? I'll give you some. For a flint or a seashell.
Okay.
Boom. History's first vending machine.
Brute animal cunning is enough to invent capitalism. Post-historical materialism is needed to transcend it.
Not a machine quite yet, but the other point. Oh, we had a great business idea. What's the problem?
Some automation issue to take care of, for sure. On account of rocks. You know, not lifting themselves. But the principle is the same. Point is, the grift works. Even on you. You're broke. Yet you keep walking past those glowing boxes where descendants of the hustler are hoarding resources, without even reaching in to take some.
Hmm. You're saying I could just take stuff from vending machines? Don't vending machines have alarms and automated defenses and stuff? It could be a historical full of berries. Or theft, simply put. Even on you, you're broke.
Is it even stealing when the only thing stopping you is about 6 millimeters of cheap bendable plastic? There are far worse crimes out there, like being poor.
I don't like the advocation of breaking like laws personally. I think some laws are just stupid, but I wouldn't say to just blatantly break them. Like there is, for example, a certain Twitch streamer I know. She's like been having some issues where he like advocated about the idea of breaking uh laws and stuff, and I'm like, they're going, hmm, wouldn't recommend it personally. A, it was like lined yourself up for action, and B, you should advocate other people to do such things as well.
Fuck that primitive grifter. Pin him under his own rock and reach the fuck into that tree hole.
The only thing with me though is like this does help the skills I like, and this also will help the vending machines. They're locked for 24. Okay, so I can get a free item from the vending machines, but it will lock it for 12 hours.
You can already hear the pseudo-verbal sounds of proto-hominid liberation.
I'm assuming like Disco Elysium, you can take off some of these. Like, it doesn't lock you in at all. Okay, so I can raise some of these. So the story. Blueprint, cold read. I don't actually know how many points I have currently. Nerves. I've had that come up a few times. Personalization I've had a few times. Statehood I had quite a bit. I don't actually know what these certain ones are highlighted. Garfield down. I've recently Garfield and Rao basically knocked off like a bunch of my stuff off my shelving bit, and now like while they're currently running about all over the place, they're also like to go up to where the shelf is and like to knock things down. Like, I got D&D books that I got from my dad. I've been told they're worth quite a bit. I really don't want them to break this. Like the outer box is already damaged, but like some of the D&D books are still in their plastic covers. I want to do more D&D stuff, but I'd have to like ask so BB about it. But also I'm also kind of worried about like taking up his time or like pulling him away in case he's busy. I know he does like a lot of D&D stuff. He is a DM. He's been DMing for like 8 years. I think it's like 6-8 years. I think BB is pretty cool. Like there was one thing I was like debating asking him about, but like I was also worried about like increasing. So especially I know he's going for exams currently, so I don't want to like recommend him something to be kind of like. Let's see. Stack modifiers, over modifiers. Oh, I see. I guess these are highlighted because I have modifiers for them. Or not. Like, I don't like poetry. Hmm. Very aware of it. Okay. But do I want to do any of these right now? Coronation, Sensory. Do I want statehood to be up, or do I want... I feel like I like the idea of being able to read people better. But maybe I should do it based off checks that I've, like, failed, haven't they? That's nice of time. Don't know if I'll find anything else over here. I need money to get the lockpick stuff. But I also want like a few coins to get the rest of the outfit. I haven't found anyone that I can sell stuff to, and even if I could find someone I could sell stuff to, I don't know how like, useful it's going to be. Right, I can remove the ball fair to make them happy.
Oh, it's you.
The pavement is... I said the words into the pavement, but nothing happened.
What? That's so dangerous. You could have been killed. Or worse.
Behind her concern, a note of admiration and a small shred of hope.
Let me worry about me. This might be the only way to bomb whether your father... What happened to your father?
Maybe you're right. But for the record, I don't expect you to help me like this. And if you want to give up, you can at any time. Thank you. Okay, look, I think I know why you didn't get snatched. Mi viejo mentioned something like that. Gilmar had been snooping around the waterlock to the east of the Bazaar when he got snatched. That might be the missing bit.
She got snatched at the... might be a missing bit. Use the waterlocks. So the waterlock's to my right. So be further right. There's a Ryu's over there.
Is that a newsletter or something? I'll take your word for it. That building always looked dingy to me.
And that she doesn't even know what that is, and she's supposed to be a local. Is a bit concerning.
If what she says is true, that magazine office would be worth casing out in full.
Just don't get hurt.
Please. You have a new
Please
boss, a
come back.
teenager girl.
Oh yeah, she's cool. Intimidating too, despite the size. We hang out sometimes in the back of the stall. She's been good about this thing with my dad. Old soul.
The plush free.
Maybe they followed my dad. Western entrance to the bazaar. Behind you.
Okay.
Thanks for
Oh, make sure
stopping
my
by.
checks are done.
You step back to the Tower of Plushies.
It's been a day, so I'm hoping I can do it again.
Rain, you expect the smell of wet dog. There is none.
Lava-shaped. Blatant. And now I actually got it down to it. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this.
You turn back to the bazaar.
I only hope that some sounds don't make it real mic. I know there's like shouting.
Cosmonaut suit, a relic of Project Altanamia.
There's 41 chance.
The stars are ours. 77.
I might as well try it because I don't. It's not going to hurt too much to fail it.
Did anything especially bad happen in 77? That was
Yeah,
the
woman
year
and
your
her
mother caught you stealing her
ciggies.
cigarettes. You pat your pocket involuntarily. The absence of the familiar pack is mildly discouraging. Either way, it says nothing about the origins of this mysterious spacesuit. Your focus widens back to the bazaar.
No money. Let's see. I feel like there's something on the water locks, I think. Let's see. Just in case guy's gone. Okay, I do kind of like the movement on this a bit better. The warlock, I think I need to go up the other way. Is there anything else this guy can help me with?
I'm doing it.
How to get the guard away from the door over there?
No, we don't want to be involved in anything like that.
The idea of interacting with authorities seems to have induced a small panic in him.
Okay.
Yeah, so should we.
I don't know why the point of giving a check on that or getting to ask that if I can't even you almost assess getting to do that. You got the ball there, but then, you know, there's something about like an illness or something. 'Cause I feel like I just saw the game click something on the top. Let's see. I think in Disco Elysium, I literally got an achievement for like run around a lot. I don't know if this game has a way of like fast traveling places, but you know.
I told you this place is off limits. It's been targeted by a gang. You can't go in there, I'm afraid. That's what I'm here for. No one gets in.
I need this to lower the water to do something, I remember.
Only the controls to the water lock. But we can't risk anyone lowering the water right now. It would damage the barge even further, you see. You probably shouldn't.
I don't know if there's anything I can do. There was something with the bin. I remember it made my things go up.
Overfull with rubbish.
Like, failure is a good chance, so I don't really want to do it and help myself more.
Continue to rot through time.
So I don't think there's anything here I can do. Other than just like sabotaging the boat. But I can't get on the boat. They briefly mentioned about going into the reporters, or back to these people and seeing like something, but I'm also not sure what I can do here right now.
Hello again.
Postman, poems, experience dealing with people.
I will. And read.
Can't see anything I can interact with her with. There's like a pen on here. I know it says that I can still.
Somewhat orderly. Among them, a luscious.
But it's a red check, and I don't want to try that with only a 2%.
The desk remains undisturbed.
Like, it would be fucking legendary if I, or the 1%, right, did that, but I can't retry that.
Hello again. I imagine you do.
Leavers.
Go ahead.
I don't think your soldier really gets poetry.
Oh.
She's
What
tying
type
up
of that?
methods, like she's going to audit them, I think she's using it to formulate her messages. She doesn't seem like Arcane. Put your hand against your mouth. You know, the creative. I think she's using a formulate her messages. She's tying up.
You mean her meter exercises? I can assure you that there's nothing sinister about them. There's a reason we call it an artistic practice.
Some people's baseline is kindness.
You're not saying you need to practice your poetry reading.
Appreciating the arts and creating them are two very different things. Few of us are blessed with both gifts.
They're really just the two of us. How does this play? Okay.
Of course, anytime.
I don't know what else I can do with her.
May you be there when inspiration strikes.
Well, I can't do anything else there. Can't interact with that.
Hello again.
And we'll speak highly of this place. What's the deal? What's the deal with the exercises? Point at papers. You seem fond of that pen. No,
I
thank.
will. And reading.
Okay, so I can't think of anything to do down that way. I can't think of anything to do with the guy because it's like I now know that I know the guy to the bottom right sells drugs and he says it's against his religion. I can remove the ball, but I feel that's gonna make a check later harder. So I feel like not really wanting to do that. Super. I'd speak to her, but that's not going to give me more information because she just hates the people. I don't think I'm going to get much on this side. It just has the guy, which has got a check I can't do anyway. Requires a pry bar, which I don't have. Okay, I don't know, like, there's something I can do here. Let's see. I probably could just literally bring up my things and then read what's there. How's the lockpick? That's gonna be like the two tools that I need to get next at some point. I need to get in-game money for that. Oh, there's no one by the door here.
Brightly coloured refreshments seem even more vivid upon your return.
I have no
Your
money
eyes are
currently.
immediately drawn to the prices, printed in neat black and white beneath each row. You are witnessing an atrocity being committed upon the consumer.
Like, I wouldn't advise people IRL do this, but in a video
If
game,
the world would deny us even these small
like, I actually
pleasures,
would very much
then we
disagree
should
with people
deny
doing
the
IRL.
world its ill-gotten cash.
Still money from the vending machine.
You're in the clear. Give it a go. All that separates you from the cash inside is a little lock. Shame you don't have a lockpick. No need to muck about here with fiddly little things. Let's just tip the sucker over. Using all your strength, the machine's legs lift off the ground as it tilts to one side. One solid shake, and cash rattles out of the machine and onto the ground. Shakedown successful. This is gang property now.
I got 20 coins out of that. If I get to do that like once every 12 hours, it's not bad. Although I would like to do that.
The refreshments remain dormant in their artificially chilled check.
I would like to do that, but I don't think I have the ability to. I want the money. I don't think there's anything up there for me to do. Bowman said to go to the guy's office, right? But I'm not sure where his office is. Obviously, it's like here, but then I don't know how I'm supposed to get into there.
An assortment of cargo crates.
I already
You
looked into
step
these.
away from them.
Where'd you get a carabinero hat, miss? You shouldn't be wearing that. Could cause confusion.
Have to figure it out yourself. Port from. Okay, is it a crime?
Not something I can arrest you for, no. But if you impersonate any kind of law official at an actual crime scene or become a nuisance, then you could end up in court. Best if you remove it when out in public. Nothing to worry about then.
Could you tell me about the Bazaar? Do you know where Tempo is, by any chance?
Can't say I'm familiar with the name.
No part of him is even trying to actually pretend.
I only asked because I was told Tempo is gone. Would this help? Think closer. What if we whisper?
I still don't know him. Were I aware of anyone conducting illicit business, formalities would be expected. Paperwork, licensing, inspections. It'd be my responsibility to report.
You know,
all
there's a
inconsistencies.
creep up on tram.
Not this again. Did Aunt Carmuna put you up to this?
Your aunt?
My mother's sister, but she thinks that makes her my boss too. Even calls me Little Morito. So she put you up to this. Was he even a creep?
Ted, just a man, very pushed by his employer.
See? Carmuna did it again. Next time, learn from this poor man. Best not to stick your snout where it doesn't go.
I agree with that statement. Makes sense. You don't want to sort of
She's
put your fingers
been a
in things that
worrier
don't
for
involve
as
you.
long as I've known her. Always some catastrophe or other looming. But it's not just that.
Oh, continue. Spill the
Carmuna,
beans.
most
Spill the
of
tea.
older folks, they can't accept that things overall are all right. Some people struggle with that.
No, that's because no one can agree on what is alright. Everyone has a disagreement on what is a calm state. But except, do you mean sell from mild? Oh god, I had a cough. But yes. By accepting, do you mean selling for middle tier life? Yeah. Then he's like,
So, you're the type too.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
I could see that.
The thing is, I think like a mid tier life is actually a decent life. If it's not too glamorous, so you don't have to have any expectations, or your expectations of you are low, but then also your expected outcome is like mid or low. Yeah, no, not too sure. To be honest, I may have been awake now for a few hours. Doesn't mean I mentally am awake.
Look around. What do you make of the bazaar?
Things alright. Shining example of grassroots money making, free market. I feel like the future is already here. I approve. Haven't been here long enough to say. I think this seems alright. Like, you got the music guy who's kind of like complaining about music, but he's selling, but you're selling it. Like, oh, but this is what people buy. That's how the market works. People buy what they want to buy. You can't just buy stock that no one wants and be like, okay, now demand here now. You can like market, I guess.
Exactly. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
Not at
Auntie
all.
Carmuna was a silk worker, you know? The bootlegs. All this Lusian stuff. It's not what she knew. It's wrong, apparently. I think she obsesses over every little thing to show people how wrong it is.
It's like, it reminds me of like the talk when it comes to stuff like AI, where you basically have like people going like, well, it sort of technically is 'cause, like in the story they're talking about how it's like everything's being manufactured by AI and designed by AI, and yeah, like that was one of the plot points, right? Or one of the things they say is happening from one of the parties or one of the groups or by the I don't know, but it's like technically things will change, things will happen, which will put people at a sort of a thing of where, like, yes, jobs will change over the course of time, especially as things either get more efficient or things kind of adjust to fit a certain, like, as long as it has to work and it has to be dependable on, yeah, to like rely on. Yeah, I feel like it's yeah, I don't know. So working the bootlegs and all the others know what she knew. It's wrong, apparently. I think she's obsessed over every little thing to show people who's wrong, what for. Let her be a little bit crazy. That's all she has left.
Something like that. In her view, if we all agree it's shit enough, we can tear it down. Bring back the artisans and factories and schnapps stands.
I doubt it. The thing is, like, when I feel like the world has adjusted to a change, at that point, to change it back to what its original state was will be not so easy because of you have stuff like efficiency, right? If something's more efficient, having something else do a job right, you're not going to go back to the inefficient thing and go like, oh well, it's fine now because of it's more morally okay. Versus going like, so hey, if you do go back, we'll probably still implement some features from the other thing to maybe make it still somewhat efficient, or they just refuse to go back because of the efficiency or the cost to it. Yeah. We're missing those days. That's not how the world works, pretty much. We should tear it down and start over.
That's it. You have to be pragmatic. Don't get me wrong. This isn't the bazaar that Morito wants either. But it's better than a graveyard.
Okay.
I can tell you Petra the music vendor's a major arsehole. I asked him
Feels
about
like
an
it.
old blood golem disc, and he told me he'd rather tie polystyrene blocks to his feet and jump in the canal than look for it.
But wouldn't polystyrene blocks float? So you would literally, well, they would float, right? So you could like basically just be floating on the water.
Doesn't make sense. Why not go for something that sinks?
That's what I think. That's what I'm
I told him
thinking.
as much. He said that was the point. His demise should be slow, so that I'd hear him scream for hours.
So drastic. Sounds like him. Does he hate you or just the music?
I I don't get why he brings up all this violent stuff all the time. If he ever goes through with it, there won't be any shock value. It'll just be sad.
What's blood golem? What's the? Well, the guy told us that apparently it was all like AI music, which was why he hates it, but he also sells it.
Blood Golem is a band. Blood Golem heals all wounds. It's the sound that raised us from shit-crusted upright apes into humans.
I just think we were better off as monkeys. Never heard of them. What's their sound like?
Primal, filthy, slow, all ending. Like an army of giants growling underwater while smashing cliffs together.
None of these words make any sense to you, either singly or even less in combination.
And poetry is always a low one for me, and I don't care for
As a
poetry.
matter of fact, too powerful for most Portofirans. It's like nobody cares about our own music anymore. Or art, really.
Okay. That's all for now. I don't think I can
GM
ask him
gives you
anything
the
else.
most cursory of knots.
At least, like, if I need to, I guess, ask him something later, I think he's gonna be more up for it.
You step into the booth and press the receiver of the phone that makes people disappear against your ear. You hear only the reverberation of your own voice, amplified by the phone. Still half hoping for something to happen, you put the receiver down. Nothing
like-
happens.
I'm tempted to what happens if I
You
just keep
hang
on
up the-
saying the words, or what my guess is, I'm supposed to listen to the TV, and the TV is supposed to give me some information. Space enough for a stranger to eat something in a comfortable silence. I don't know if I saw this side. I realize now, I mute Discord but not the OBS sound, so you can probably still hear me. Yeah. You again. Hey. Some nice stuff. I didn't even realize that. Did this only open up now? I feel like I should be able to go for that bin. Oh, some gummies. I can see the balls, but I can't
Wild
speak to
boar
them.
puplets snuffle through the city's trash, still wearing the stripes of babyhood like halitosis humbugs.
Like, something I'm thinking is that there's some disease or something for the Strider for the thanks for the bar. I think like I'm probably gonna have to work out how like Twitch alerts work. But thank you for the bar. It's been a while since I was expecting that. I didn't forget that. No, I assumed you were here. The thing is, like, actually, like, the thing is, with how I got, like, my, layout for, like, OBS, I used to be able to see, like, who's in chat. Like, technically I can, but it's just not, like, as efficient as it used to be. It used to have just, like, a checklist, and it'd have, like, everyone in chat, but, I took it off because, it's actually becoming harder to read. like what was actually happening in chat because of it, and also the thing I was using had an update, and yeah. But hopefully you're doing still okay. Because like when it comes to the boars, they said I think someone said before about like how the baby ones are kind of treated like pets and stuff. The adult ones cause injuries or death something, and then when they mentioned about the boars, they also mentioned about like an infection. I'm actually quite happy to hear that you're doing okay. I think it's like also where I wasn't streaming for like majority of like last week. I was like worried to be like sort of. I haven't streamed it a bit, so I haven't really seen like Strider or like anyone really for the week. Yeah, the thing is like when it comes to it gives you like isn't it like 60 days, right? Or like poodle. It's like yeah, instead of Strider, people are just gonna start calling you Strudel instead. I see. You said right. There's something about like you being shadow banned or something, or I remember you mentioned about that. So I didn't know like if you meant it in the case of like uh Twitch being Twitch and like not letting your like messages go through, or if it was something like that. The thing is just like when it comes to Twitch, right? I just don't understand sometimes of how they actually even like check over people. You know, yeah. Yeah, it's just like when it comes to like Twitch sometimes, right? It's like I've seen some people say some really like abhorrent things on the platform, and then nothing ever happens. For example, like threatening actual politicians, as in like threatening to do stuff to them. And like they're going like, I feel like that should be like just not allowed. I see. I didn't know if you meant in the case of like it just straight up ban your account and then just like only getting your account back recently. I know Kira had it before where she had with her Discord account where I think it's like her Discord account got hacked and then after like spamming Discord with messages, if it isn't the hi Floridian, doing all good. I got uh, how are you doing, Floridian? Floridian. I guess you're just vibing. Because I don't know how it went. For you yesterday. I think it was like I think you were gonna. Could you switch from Phasmophobia after doing one game into doing what was the game that you played after Phasma? I remember you were like discussing in chat about like what games to play afterwards. Uh, by John Hodori. Oh, you went back to Garpo Kart. Note to self: do some more like stop your profanity. Just like note that down quickly. Uh, Especially if I see you play Garfield Kart, I'm gonna have to do it on that game. Just because I know you're gonna like swear in between the 30 minutes. Like, by the way, I did at one point have a timer set while you were playing Garfield Kart, and I was literally like going to say to you at the time, like, how I have to keep resetting it every time. But I was like, there going like, nah, I just won't tell her if it goes past time or not. It's like, I like the idea of just not telling you when the timer goes out, or like if you rely on chat to tell you, just no one ever tells you. But it's like when it comes to Garfield, like when I actually playing it, I was like, do I have that? I looked for my inventory, I don't. I think I got some racing game. I think it's a Sonic one. I think it's like I know that it tell you for playing your daily, but I know like you're probably uh oh thanks for the bars. Thank you, Strider. Thank you for the bars. It's like where you got the Fanty one, Liz. I had the metal bars, and then like the way I've got it set in OBS right is I got it so chat here's in the green bar, and then my uh volume for Tangia is just set to max. So wherever it plays through Tangia is just on max volume. It's like study that also means stuff like a show. uh, you don't need to note that one down straight. You don't even, uh, you don't need to know that one down. Let me quickly going over to Stream Manager. Maybe my redeems uh, goes into viewer reward. Gotta quickly set a timer on that. Manage